Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, November 29, 2022. You're listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Protests continue to sweep China. Half the country says America has poor values. Shrinkflation returns during the busiest shopping season of the year. Disney CEO Bob Iger defends the company's woke agenda. Also ahead, we are being deceived about gun violence. But first, anti-COVID demonstrations erupting across China. Hundreds of people hit the streets in Shanghai and Beijing to protest the Communist Party's draconian COVID measures. The government so far refusing to change its zero COVID policy, so millions have been ordered to remain indoors to slow the outbreak. Officials instructing everyone to keep a 14-day supply of medicine and bottled water as the lockdown continues. Survey from Gallup finds 50% of the public believes America has poor moral values. That's up 18 points since 2004. A third of us say our values are fair. 78% think society is getting worse. Just 12% think the culture is good. Folks blame the moral decay on lack of religion, poor parenting, the media, and a personal sense of entitlement. Companies once again reducing product sizes to cope with inflation. Shrinkflation now affects roughly 50% of all household goods in the grocery stores. Manufacturers slashing the quantity of paper towels, ice cream, juice boxes, bottled water, coffee, shampoo, laundry detergent. Between the consumer price index and shrinkflation, the actual inflation rate in America is about 11%. More on high prices and the holidays coming up later. Disney CEO Bob Iger defends the company's woke agenda. The executive, speaking with employees, said, quote, "The core value of our storytelling is inclusion, acceptance, and tolerance. We can't lose that." Of course, that's not the issue, Bob Iger. It's teaching little kids about alternative lifestyles, which you support. And that's why Disney is getting hammered. In a moment, gun violence. We are being misled. Right back. Cooler weather is here and the home heat is on. But it's time to clear the air. Our sponsor, Eden Pure, can help you. Here's what customer George R. has to say. Quote, "I've bought 5 thunderstorm units, some as presents, and I've been very pleased with the results. The air smells so much fresher and my sneezing and sniffing from dust allergies has been reduced greatly," unquote. The Eden Pure thunderstorm seeks out and destroys odors and air pollutants like pollen, along with mold in your home. It does not mask odors like sprays or plug-in air fresheners. It destroys them. With the thunderstorm, you will not breathe dirty air again. And the best part is there's no filters to buy. Right now, my listeners could save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack. Please go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use discount code BILL3 to save $200. That is 3 thunderstorm purifiers for under $200, and shipping is free. So don't wait. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code BILL3. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Mass shootings in America. The corporate media is not reporting the truth. The definition of a mass shooting, a single event where 3 or more individuals are harmed or killed by guns. In 2021, last year, there were 690 mass shootings in America. Of those, the number of mass shootings involving a lone gunman, think Uvalde, was, ready, 7. 7. The other 683 incidents involve suspects engaged in criminal activities like drug dealing, burglaries, home invasions. A large percentage are also domestic disputes. Now, handguns were used in 78% of mass shootings. But few understand what's really going on because the corporate media lies. They want to get guns banned, particularly AKs and heavy-duty rifles. So they avoid telling us, the American people, the truth. Again, out of 690 mass shootings last year, only 7 were committed by lone gunmen. So why is this happening? The reason is that the media in America is overwhelmingly liberal, wants gun control, that is, wants the federal government to tell Americans how they can protect themselves, and would like to see most guns banned. But the media is unwilling to actually define the real problem. Criminals on the streets having guns which they use during criminal activity, primarily narcotics trafficking. So why wouldn't the media cover that? Because most of the drug gangs in America in the urban settings are African Americans. That's why. So the media never wants to put a harsh spotlight on black crime, ever. So they ignore this and concentrate on these psychopaths who go into stores and churches and schools and shoot people up. But there are very few of them. And by the way, even if you banned every gun in the world, there would still be guns on the streets of America. There are 300 million plus in circulation right now. They're not going to disappear. And the criminals will always be able to get guns. Whereas the law-abiding people who want some measure of self-protection, the left would say, no, you're on your own. So once again, a massive deceit in the gun crime situation in America. It's really revolting. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. I hope you go to BillO'Reilly.com. That's where we live. And we have the best, smartest, most honest analysis of the news. Also, my book, Killing the Legends, still going great. Makes a terrific holiday gift. In a moment, something you might not know. There is a concerted effort to intimidate and silence conservative thinkers, rewrite American history, and replace our God-given individual liberty with big government controls. The very freedoms secured by our Constitution are now being threatened by the most liberal leftists our nation has ever seen. They have failed to secure our borders, weakened our position on the global stage, are trying to indoctrinate and corrupt our children in school, and the list goes on and on. But there are plenty of patriots with the courage to stand up to the far left. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization in the USA. I am a member, and I hope you will join as well. AMAC members have access to money-saving benefits, a robust website and mobile app, and a magazine filled with all kinds of great content. So please join AMAC today at amac.us and tell them O'Reilly sent you. That's amac.us. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 58 years ago today, a rock group from the west coast of England hit #1 in the USA. The song, I Want to Hold Your Hand. Of course, the band was the Beatles. They would top the chart 7 times in the next 10 months. Here is the story. Beatlemania made U.S. landfall February 1964. The boys played a few tunes on Ed Sullivan, sparking a national sensation. Later that year, they released one of their biggest singles, Go.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something I think you'll understand. And I say that something, I wanna hold your hand.
Quaint by today's standards, right? Well, the Beatles quickly became the most popular band in America, remained on top until they disbanded in 1970. In total, the Fab Four racked up sales of 1 billion singles in America. 1 billion. 600 million albums worldwide, 25 number one records. They've generated more than $2 billion since 1964, and the Beatles remain one of the most played groups on digital streaming like Spotify and Apple Music. And here's something else you might not know. I Want to Hold Your Hand was first broadcast on a Washington, D.C. radio station months before it was supposed to be released. A DJ named Carol James got the record from an English flight attendant while he was traveling back from London. The bosses of the station urged James to wait, but he refused. He played the record. The song was so popular, it prompted Capitol Records to release I Want to Hold Your Hand months ahead of schedule. Back after this. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD. Or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.